Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Welcome again to Book Marathon 2020. Now that we have understood whom to call, it is also very important to understand how to present these books to different categories of people. Book distribution is a very, very personal activity. Depending on the flavor and the personality of the book distributor, they should pitch in, definitely. However, here are some tips which may be of some use. Suppose we are trying to contact a call, or suppose we are trying to call a contact from the temple's database who have some familiarity to the Vedic knowledge, who may have attended some of our programs already. Then we can talk to them a little directly. But of course, in all these calls, an atmosphere of easiness should be established between the callee and the caller. This is very, very important. Both of them should feel at ease while talking. And at any point of time, we should not force anybody to do anything. So here is how the call may go. Hare Krishna. My name is Acyuta Arjunasakha. Am I talking to Amit? Hi Amit. Hare Krishna. Just wanted to check with you if you are all right, if you are okay. We hope that you're taking good care of yourself and your family. We wanted to let you know that we are all praying for you. And then we will hear a little bit what Amit has to say. And then finally, we can just come directly to the point. You know what, Amit? In these testing times, we are trying to ship books both for adults and children, which help us to connect with our true values and grow spiritually as a family in these tough times. Would you like to take a book? We have books like the Bhagavad Gita, we have books like the Krishna book. These are not only helpful for ourselves, but also for the family, especially in these times when we really need the shelter of Lord Krishna. In this way, we have to pitch the book. If the reply is positive, please request them to transfer the Lakshmi to your account, and then we will explain you in the next tutorial or the next video how to handle this Lakshmi or how to transfer this Lakshmi to ISKCON and get the books dispatched. However, if the response is not very positive, let's say if they say I don't want, then we can always ask them for a donation. You know what, Amit? As you have already known, ISKCON Whitefield is always very eager to do welfare or the highest social welfare for everybody by distributing books. Would you like to give us a donation? We are distributing books in schools, we are distributing books in municipalities, we are distributing books in prison houses. Would you like to give a small donation for a good cause? If they say yes, then please explain to them the various schemes of donations which are there. If they reject the donation proposal also, then we might as well try to pitch this point that Amit, this being the Gita Jayanti month, a very, very auspicious month, we have a target of distributing 2 million Bhagavad Gitas all over the world. How can we achieve this? Do you have any suggestions for us? So in this way, when we ask them, how can we achieve this? Do you have any suggestions? Then indirectly, we have already taken them aboard, and that person might as well become a book distributor. So this question should be there in all positive, negative, and neutral replies. Whether the person is taking a book, still we should ask them how we can achieve this. So in this way, even after taking a book from us, this person, Amit, works with us, for us, and tries to connect us to various other references and contacts. Even if he is taking a book, or simply if giving a donation, or even if not taking a book, in this way we maximize our chances of getting more references from Amit, and our calling becomes multi-branched in this way. So this is the way in which we talk to people who have little familiarity with the Vedic knowledge. Let's say another category of people maybe who are not very familiar with the Vedic knowledge. This precisely includes the new contacts, maybe from our Facebook or our mobile contacts or whatever. So how to call them? First, we have to understand what is their profile. And then when we call them, we have to start something like this. Hi, am I talking to Suresh? Hi Suresh, this is Acyuta Arjunasakha. How are you? It's been a long time. And then based on their profile, first of all, ask about their health always. How are you and how are you taking good care? I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and how's your family? And then based on their profile, ask some questions related to their professional life. And then immediately bring in the question, have you read the Gita? If they say yes, or if they say no, doesn't matter. We can immediately ask, okay, how did you start? Or how did you, tell me something about how did you come about reading the Bhagavad Gita? And then they will start explaining their story. And then in this way, the link with the Bhagavad Gita and the Kali will be established. After that, if we feel comfortable in that call, we might just come to the topic that, you know what, this is the Gita Jayanti month. We have a target of distributing 2 million Bhagavad Gitas. How can we achieve this? I just wanted to discuss with you. Would you like to help us by taking a few Bhagavad Gitas from us? If they say yes, immediately ask them to transfer the Lakshmi. If they say no, then you can ask them for donations. And if they say no for a donation also, always ask this question. We are trying to distribute 2 million Bhagavad Gitas. How can we achieve this? So in this way, everybody comes on board. However, if while calling, if we feel we are not very, if we don't feel very comfortable in the same call, we might just end the call on a good note and then select some nice verses from the Bhagavad Gita and send them as a message, and then later reconnect with them and then present them the proposal. So we have to take it on a person-to-person basis. While distribution, we should remember one very important point. We should also always try to distribute the books in sets. We might be just surprised. We may say that, Amit, can I just send you a carton of Bhagavad Gitas, which has 20 Bhagavad Gitas? We might be surprised. Amit may just say yes. So we should always speak in big numbers, 20, 50, 100. Even when we ask for donations, we have to ask donations for 100 books, 200 books, 500 books, like that. When we say 100, they may negotiate and come down to 50 or 10. But if we say 1 or 2, they might just not do anything, or they might just take 1. So always try to distribute books in sets, always talk in big numbers. So these were the two categories, the categories who are familiar with Vedic knowledge, the categories who are not very familiar with Vedic knowledge. Finally, we may also have a chance to distribute books to our relatives and our near and dear ones. So generally it becomes a little awkward to talk to the near and dear ones. They sometimes don't take us seriously. So one of the good ways, or one of the good approaches, is to take help from our children of the family. We can suppose the child in my family is Shweta. I can say, I can call my relative and say, Hare Krishna, Shweta here is doing a project in our local ISKCON temple to preserve the Vedas through education and mass distribution. This is a part of community service. Her assignment is to connect with 2 families every weekend and give them a short 5-minute presentation on Srimad Bhagavatam on the phone. Do you have time for this? It will really encourage Shweta. And then obviously nobody will say no to such proposals. And then bring on Shweta on the phone, and then Shweta will present the book, the Bhagavad Gita or the Krishna book or whatever. And then in the end, Shweta will say that, see, as a part of my assignment, I have to distribute at least 10 Bhagavad Gitas or at least 10 Srimad Bhagavatams every week. Can you help me with this, uncle? Can you please take this book from me? And then mostly the book goes in that way. So in this way, based on the kind of contact we are calling, and based on our profile, based on their profile and our personality, we have to just pitch in the book or pitch in the distribution. In this way, different people, we have to deal differently. These are just some tips. However, it completely depends on your profile and your personality, how you want to pitch in. However, always remember, please try to distribute books in sets. Please try to speak in big numbers. In every call, try to get donations, Shastra Daan, and always bring everybody aboard by sharing the vision that we want to distribute 2 million Bhagavad Gitas internationally, how we can achieve this. We might just be surprised that people may actually help us by becoming our team members, by giving us many innovative ideas which we may have not even thought of till now. So in this way, we just increase our calling network. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.